Welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks so much for joining us today. You may notice we're in a different location than we've ever been today. We're at Mimosa
on the floor.
Books and Gifts. Yeah, is that the first time this has ever happened on Girl Talk?
As far as I've been
I'm
involved.
digging it.
Yeah,
I like it too.
yeah. It's very
We're feeling relaxed. We wore our relaxing and zen clothing today,
Yes.
but if you've never been here, Mimosa Books and Gifts is off State Street, or Gilman Street is the side street. Lots of parking. They've got jewelry here, literature for you to read, different things for meditation. They have psychics here.
They have incense that we're sitting next to, which is
Yeah,
just
it
this
smells
lovely aroma
lovely
around here.
here.
Yeah,
I thought it was just you.
Oh, thanks.
yeah. Well, we get
And we've got to introduce this lovely lady right here. This is Beth Killey. You may notice her 'cause she's been on Girl Talk before. And she's with the Madison Area Music Association, and she's also a rock star.
literally a rock star.
Thanks so much for being with us today.
I'm thrilled to be here.
And you guys just had the Mama Award show.
Yes, it was Sunday, June 18th, and it was it's Madison's version of the Grammys, and
Yeah.
it was a fabulous show.
I saw stuff on social media already, and it looks like it was so much fun.
Yes, we had a really fun night.
People
Oh my
dressed up
gosh.
pretty fancy.
Oh, yes.
Red carpet pictures, all that good
There
stuff.
were lots of sequins and glitter, and
Oh, fun.
I
That
love
sounds
that.
so great.
it was
So
really fun.
And
Yes.
now, if people missed it, they're live. Ellen,
Yes.
we're going to see it on TV.
Yeah,
right?
they're going to be on our station, so stay tuned to Wisconsin's 57, and we're going to be airing the awards if you
Next
weren't able
week
to make it.
sometime? Okay,
Yep,
good. Yeah,
yep,
so
this
keep your
week.
eye open for that. I'm interested because I was out of town. I didn't get to go to the
Yes,
award ceremony myself.
Well,
so
you can
I'll see it on
relive
TV.
the magic on Channel 57.
Exactly. That's why
I
we're
love
here.
that. Perfect, perfect.
Getting
And we
good at
also
this.
have Elise with us today, too.
Hi,
Hey,
Lee.
So
nice
happy
to
to
see
have you
you
here.
again.
Okay,
ladies.
I want to talk about something cool, too, that you were talking about before we started filming.
Yeah, so I just heard this morning, I'm a big fan of Amazon. Amazon Prime especially, because
Yeah.
it gets there in like 2 days,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Convenient.
Especially because I live outside of Madison, it's just very easy. So Amazon is supposedly starting this Amazon wardrobe in which you can purchase, well, not even purchase, but order 15 items of clothing. You don't have to pay for them. They'll send them to your house, and then you have, I mean, maybe like a week or two to return them free of charge, and then pay for whatever you keep. If you keep 3 items, it's 10% off. If you keep 5 items, it's 20% off. I think Amazon is just trying to take over the world right now
know.
because
I was just going to say.
What don't they do? They
It's
put
like
their
bam,
hands
bam,
in everything.
bam.
I mean, not
I
that
know.
They do everything well. You know, from my experience, I have Amazon Prime, and I've never really, not a big online, I'm not a shopper really at all. So online shopping is an appeal to me, but I do like, you know, being able to get whatever movies at my fingertips that I want, and
Right.
you know what I mean. Like you can get
well,
music.
I'm
like,
not a
whatever,
shopper
so-
either, and so when I see something that someone else is wearing, I just type it into Amazon.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Long blue shirt, or like long tunic, or long gray skirt, and then it like pops up with, you know, the reviews and whatever they have, and instead of going out and trying it on, you can just have it brought to your house.
This seems like it
Makes
could
way
be
too easy to
deadly.
spend money.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have any girlfriends.
This is like
Yeah, I have some friends though who are notorious for maybe they've gone out, had a couple glasses of wine with the girls, and then they go online shopping and things show up at their door that
like
they
a-
don't
that's like a
necessarily
drunk dial?
remember.
This is why I
Dying.
don't have the internet at my house.
But I could see how this could happen though. This could happen with that. You wake up 2 days later and you have a whole box of things that
wake
you
up
didn't
and your
know.
living room is filled with
Wow.
boxes
It's
and you don't
Christmas
know
to
what happened.
yourself.
Oh
That's
my
what it
goodness.
is.
New.
We're gonna have to
Everyone
stay
deserves
tuned for
it
that.
every once in a while. But I just think
about.
this is like amazing and kind of, and also just fascinating. It's just gonna, I think, change the way we shop.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a sentiment of the times and what is available because of technology, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I went to, speaking of technology, I was traveling last week and I went to the Museum of Science in Boston, which is a representation of MIT. So my mind was just blown with technology stuff. I mean, left and right, they had a display of how cell phones have changed over the years. And it was really interesting because the phones that I had were all in there from when they started. And I was like,
Isn't that
my life
freaky?
is like in a box in a museum. It's really weird.
my
Very
goodness.
interesting stuff anyways. Just a
Today is a
tidbit.
day of learning. I think we're going to learn
It's
from a lot of our
just
guests
you.
today. It's coming up. Coming up in the show, we have Copperhead Contracting, and we're also talking to All Joint Care Body Work Therapy, so please stay tuned. Hi,
and welcome back to Girl Talk. We are so pleased and so relaxed to be here at Mimosa Books and Gifts, right downtown off State Street here in Madison. There are so many beautiful things here to look at, to touch, to learn about, and we're going to do a little bit of that later, and we're looking forward to it. But right now, I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Brian Carter. He is from, hello Brian, thank you for joining us today. He is from All Joint Care, and he is a licensed bodywork therapist. Welcome, Brian. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a great opportunity.
Yes, thank you. We're so glad to meet you. I have a personal connection with Brian. He does work with my mother, so I'm so excited to hear about how this works. So tell me, what do you do exactly?
So people come in to see me, usually with chronic pain, sometimes very severe, and really I just help people get back in their body so that they can start to let go of the protection that has really driven the pain.
The protection, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so it's kind of, well, I'll let you tell me a little more, but it has to do a bit, from what I understand, with a little bit massage, but then there's also some kind of alternative healing things happening.
Massage would be a technique inside of bodywork.
Okay, okay.
And it's where everybody starts because you learn a general technique. It's very relaxing. And a lot of people as clients may never go further than massage, but
a lot of different aspects to it.
well, if they have some serious chronic issues, then you really have to learn how to stay with those issues and how to be sensitive to those issues. And it can be pretty intense for people sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I understood from my mom, but in a great way. Like,
yeah.
Very intense in a great way.
Well, when you release things and when you go through big changes, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah. Wow.
So how are you able to help people? What are some of the outcomes you've seen?
So people's entire life changes. You know, when you start to release things that have been with you for a long time, or parts of your body that you really don't even notice that are happening until until you start to break down, then people will heal.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting. So many people have pain, whether maybe it's a small amount of pain, like, oh, my neck just hurts and that's just the way it is.
Right.
And then when that's not there anymore, they're like, wow, this is like, a new world. And that's just got to be amazing to kind of have a hand in that, literally.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
unfortunately, doctors don't necessarily encourage people to go find other ways to deal with things. In fact, doctors will often tell people, you're just getting older, or
Sure.
other pessimistic things. And by just spending a little bit of time listening to your body, you're able to let go of things and,
Right.
really find what you need. And that's an important part of body work, is being able to have multiple techniques to address these things, because some people need a very light touch, some people need an elbow.
Yeah.
So how did you get started then?
So about age 25, my body broke. I grew up on a farm breaking horses and, falling off of tractors.
I was a
and
horseback
climbing
rider too.
trees
I've been
and-
bucked off more times than I can remember.
Yeah.
I feel ya.
And so those impacts, they tend to stay with us. Often things are so scary when they happen that you kind of leave your body and you don't, you're not able to let it go until somebody helps you stay there and helps you feel what's there and helps you let it go.
You know what I love is that you mentioned something earlier about doctors not really even being aware that this might help people, or trying to push a pill instead of actually fixing it at the source. So can you tell us, what would a body session feel like or look like for a typical client?
So I have people wear a tank top and a pair of shorts to start with. And it's really like, it's a matter of listening, just being able to connect with somebody, being able to listen first to what somebody has to say, what they're going through. And then on the table, it's a matter of just helping somebody feel what's going on, helping somebody connect to wherever their pain is at, and also feeling how things are connected in the body. Because when you can start to feel the whole pattern of your body, that's when you get change. When you start to feel, how maybe your knee problem is connected to your hip problem and connected to your opposite shoulder, and how your neck is involved in that, then you start to understand how these things happened.
Yeah, I mean, it takes us back to the childhood, like learning about how it's all connected and everything affects each other. And if you can get in tune to that realness inside you, but it's also kind of a spirit inside you and how it's all working, then you could learn to work with it maybe a little bit. And
and a lot of the
help
issues
yourself.
do go back that far.
Yeah. Wow. Real quickly, how can people, we're running out of time and I apologize, it's so interesting to talk to you. What's the best way to reach you?
So you can go to my website, alljointcare.com, or the phone number is 608-445-5144.
Fabulous. Thank you, Brian Carter from All Joint Care. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back with more Girl Talk right after the break.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here today at Mimosa Books and Gifts, and we'll be chatting with the owner, Ashley, a little bit later on in the show, so stick around for that. But first, we have a whole crew with us today. Super excited to have you guys here. We have Jessica, Jenny, and Chris, all with Copperhead Contracting. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So I know I've chatted with you guys before, but for people who may not be familiar with what you do, tell me about who or what is Copperhead Contracting.
Copperhead Contracting is an all-out general contractor.
Okay.
Local. We specialize in restoration work. We also do anything regarding your home,
Sure.
interior, exterior. We mainly specialize in restoration work, though.
Okay.
Anywhere from storm damage to fire damage to water damage. We're fully licensed, fully insured.
Awesome.
We've been doing this about 4 years now. so-
Wow. And local, like you said.
Yep, we're local. We're out
Very
of Milton,
cool.
Wisconsin. so-
Awesome. And so being local, I'm sure you guys know recently we've had just some killer storms come through and some serious damage, I'm sure, to some of our viewers in their homes, depending upon where you live. And you guys did mention storm restoration. Can you tell us what that process is like if your home was damaged and you need that sort of help?
Sure, absolutely. We would send a field representative out to your house. There's a 1-800 number at the bottom of the screen, and they would come out there and just inspect your roof, your gutters, your siding, to see if there's any hail damage,
Sure.
and if that would warrant a claim or not. And then we could help you and guide you through the process of talking to the insurance company and any other way that we find possible.
That's so nice to know that you have somebody local to call, because I know there are different businesses out there who drive into a community after a storm and maybe go door-to-door knocking, which sometimes I don't know if you can really trust that sort of person who doesn't live there. They don't have a business address that's in your community, so having that local person there is really nice. And I know you mentioned hail, which, you know, can just be awful to your home, to your cars, you know, whatever it may touch. Is that something that homeowners can kind of look for themselves first, or should they call you guys, or what's the process for that?
I would recommend making a call to us. We do
Okay.
have an 800 number that you can call. You can look for damage yourself,
Right.
but with the untrained eye, sometimes
Yeah.
it's hard to find. I wouldn't recommend getting on a roof if you don't have to. It's a free inspection, so definitely just give us a call. We'll come on out, and no obligation or anything. We'll come on out, check it out,
Sure.
see if it warrants a claim.
Especially, I'm sure, if it is after a storm and maybe there is some damage up there that you don't know, and then you climb up on the roof and you get stuck, which I imagine has
Right.
probably happened to people before, and not a good idea. But it sounds like you guys just have such a rewarding job being able to help people when they do need it, and obviously you guys are local, and I've chatted with you guys before, but tell us a little bit more about how it is so rewarding and what you do.
There's a lot of satisfaction that comes along with the job.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see the before and after when people are
Sure.
making upgrades to their home. It's exciting for the customer. A big thing with us, you know, like you treat people right, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the best PR there is. So basically, it should be exciting to be able to do upgrades to your home. you
Yeah.
know, make some curb appeal, create some equity in your home. So yeah, there's a lot of satisfaction that goes with it.
Right. What a cool way, too, to maybe turn a situation where your home does have damage, and that's obviously not a fun thing, but to take that opportunity, and maybe you guys have some great ideas, and they've been waiting for the time to make the jump and go ahead and replace their roof or, you know, change something up with their home. So it sounds like a lot of fun. And I hear you guys actually have an open position, or you're looking for somebody. Is that right?
Yeah, we actually are. We're looking for a field representative like
Okay.
myself and Jessica, and we provide the training. You can call the 800 number. I'm sure it'll be up on the screen.
Perfect.
And just inquire, and Jenny will get you all set up. And
Get you some more information.
Awesome. So you two are the boots on the ground.
That's right.
Correct.
Oh, I love it. So if you do see these friendly faces, you know who to call and you know who they are. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we go today?
I would just like to urge everybody to check us out. You can go to our website, www.copperheadcontracting.com. You can check us out on Facebook. We have several before and afters of projects we've worked on.
important.
There are several reviews on Facebook. Check us out on the Better Business Bureau. We are A+ rated. We are a local company. We are fully licensed and insured, and we are backed by hundreds of references. So please just check us out.
It's so good to do because you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're like, I don't know who to call. So it is good to do your homework beforehand and know there's
Definitely.
people you can
Yep.
trust. Copperhead Contracting, thank you guys for being
Thank
with
you
us
very much
today.
for having us today.
Appreciate it. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right here at Mimosa Books and Gifts after this. Welcome back to Girl Talk. As you know, we've been having a lovely time here today at Mimosa Books and Gifts. It's right off of State Street on Gilman Street, and we have the owner with us now, Ashley Levy. Thank you so much for having us today and for being here.
Good to see you again.
We're just loving this. We think this is the first time we've ever sat on the floor before.
And I like
shoes
it.
on, people.
Something a little different. Free toes for the summer, right?
Exactly, and it's just such a great atmosphere in here, and I know we've been chatting about that the whole time we've been here, and just so many beautiful things, and just a calm and peace, and we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the things that you have, so I'm really excited.
We certainly are.
Yes, absolutely. So you're going to tell us a little bit today about healing crystals, so let's start off with the basics, and what exactly is crystal healing, if somebody may not be familiar?
So, crystal healing is the art of placing crystals on and around the body to promote some energetic change in your body, mind, and spirit. So, if you're feeling off emotionally or physically, you know, of course, the first thing to do is always to go to your doctor or counselor, therapist. But healing crystals can be a great energetic support. So, looking at yourself more holistically. And they're really just good reminders for the kind of energy that you want to create in your life.
Oh, I love that. It's so beautiful.
So what are some ways other than going to a crystal healer for a session that someone could use crystals?
You know, I get this question a lot here at the store, and people think that you have to go to someone special and get a whole fancy layout done. You can throw a couple crystals in your pocket or in your handbag. You can put them on your bedside table. You can scatter them around in your environment, especially if you have some great big pieces like this. They look stunning for a little bit of decor. This is amethyst. So this is the February birthstone. But you can use this kind of thing as some decor too. But one of the easiest ways that a lot of us overlook is that we actually are probably already wearing some crystals. So we all kind of consciously don't really think about the fact that we're putting them on in our jewelry most every day. But all of these different crystals have their own unique energy.
I know that everyone is clearly interested in this topic, and you can find more information here at Mimosa Books and Gifts. But I just became aware that you wrote a book yourself on this topic, and I'd love for you to tell us about that.
Sure, believe it or not, this is actually my third book.
My goodness.
But it's the first one that's not self-published. So I got picked up by a big publisher in this industry. I was so excited. It's just been, thank you.
Congratulations.
It was just such a fun process to kind of create this and be able to share my love and passion of crystals with other people. It's something that was shared with me at a young age. My grandfather is really into crystals and minerals, more from a scientific standpoint. But this was a really fun way for me to be able to kind of share and give that back a little bit to the community.
So I want to open this up a little bit and just show people what it looks like.
It's beautiful.
But,
Thank you.
I feel at peace just opening the book, really.
Right? It is very beautiful. And you really go through all sorts of different crystals I'm seeing. What else can people find in the book?
So there's actually 3 sections in this book. The first one really goes into the basics and kind of gives you an introductory rundown so you understand how and why crystals work. The second section gives you some practical ways to use them. So, for example, using them with affirmations or during meditation. That's a great way.
That's the page I opened.
That's the page you open. See, maybe that's a sign.
I love it.
I love the idea of really getting people more involved and having an interactive experience rather than just setting them around and letting them collect dust and not really doing anything with them.
I feel like I'm drawn to certain crystals. I wonder if there's any science to that or any sort of thought process behind why you would want that off the shelf when there's all these you could choose from.
Yeah, you know, a lot of energy healers think that we're drawn to what we need most. So, like when people come in the store and they say, I need help choosing a crystal. And I say, well, what are you looking for? And they say, I'm not really sure. I don't really know. So just look around and see what calls your attention, because if something stands out, chances are you probably need it. And then when I let them read a little description about what that crystal does, it almost always resonates right away.
Yeah.
Just a little side note, what do you keep with yourself usually?
So some of my favorites that I have to have are chrysocolla, watermelon tourmaline, which is like this beautiful pink and green stone. I love it. It's probably one of my favorites. And Herkimer diamonds, which actually aren't really diamonds. They're quartz, but they're fantastic.
What do they do for you?
So the Herkimer diamonds really help you kind of tune into your intuition and go with the flow a little bit more. I have a really hard time being in the present moment. Believe it or not, owning Mimosa, I still struggle with that. And then
we all do.
Watermelon tourmaline just reminds me to be a little bit more heart-centered and compassionate and have empathy for other people. So
great.
I just love the idea of a present reminder and just keeping that with you and just something to just remember to come back into the moment, which we all just need.
Yeah,
That's a
I think
reminder.
being more conscious of everything, like just
Yeah.
that little reminder
Exactly.
helps a lot. So where can people find your book, and can you sign them for us?
So the cool thing about the book is it's available on Amazon.
Okay.
It's available nationwide at Barnes & Noble stores, and kind of everywhere books are sold, because
Okay.
this is a major
It's such a
publication.
big deal. That is so exciting.
And of course, you can come down to Mimosa, grab a copy. They're all signed right in the front.
Oh.
So if you would want me to personalize it, I'd be happy to do that too. But my cute little signature there.
So
Oh, that's
cool.
so great.
And I want to add too something unique, because if you do purchase one of the books, you're going to see a bunch of different pictures of crystals, and there's something kind of cool about those.
You know, this was really neat. So it's so hard to find really stunning pictures of some of the more uncommon stones I chose
Sure.
to write about.
Yeah.
So the book publisher actually hired a local photographer here in Madison to come take pictures of my personal collection. So the stones that you see in the book, most of them are kind of sitting at my house right now.
God.
It gave me like
Goes
shivers.
full circle, yeah.
It's just so cool. And obviously here at Mimosa Books and Gifts, you guys have so much. You want to just give us a quick rundown of everything you have?
You know, we love this store because we have so much variety. So we have the basic New Age stuff like incense and candles, but we have great books. We have greeting cards and statues. We have jewelry, and we have tons and tons of fun little knick-knack things.
Oh, you're going to want to come check it out. Again, Mimosa Books and Gifts. They're right down off of State Street on Gilman Street. Lots of parking here. Come see Ashley Levy. And thank you so much for having us today. We have had just such a wonderful time. And thank you to all of our guests, and thank you for watching. You can find us next time right here on Wisconsin's 57.